Our bodies are gardens to which our wills are gardeners. William Shakespeare. When you're growing a garden, you have to think about planning. What kind of soil, what kind of seeds, what time of the year, the amount of sunlight. If you do a good job of planning, then you'll have a wonderful and productive garden. In my first video blog, I talked about setting up a wellness philosophy and wellness plan. This is my second video blog, and we are going to talk about how to start the process. Unfortunately, there's some pros to this and some cons to this. The cons are that this process is like doing your taxes. When you do your taxes, you have to find the various papers, the information off of your internet files, and put it all together for your tax accountant. And many of us hate doing that. There are some rewards to doing your taxes. For example, if things work out well, you'll get a refund. If they don't work out well, you have to pay Uncle Sam. The same thing when you're setting up your health goals and philosophy. You have to do some work first. And that is going around getting all your medical records. It could be your blood tests, it could be screening tests, it could be other types of tests that you may have had, and going back at least 5 years if you have that information. If you have more, well, that's great. The other thing you need to do is to get a list of all your medications and all of your supplements. And look at that. Do you have a long list of medications? If you do, that's a sign that your doctor is working on managing multiple medical problems. Do you only have a few medications that you're taking or none? That could be a good sign. So what are the pros of taking all this extra time to find all of your medical records? The pros are that your reward is many more years of productive life, feeling good, and doing things well. The cons are many fewer years and maybe not feeling so good for a longer period of time. So in summary, I'm going to suggest that you accumulate your old medical records and put them in one place. It could be a notebook, it could be a computer file, it could be a filing cabinet. When you do this, start to scan what some of the reports are. It doesn't mean that you have to read everything word for word. If you have blood tests, you can check, is there normal or abnormal results on your test? What about your screening tests? Were there normal or abnormal results? And if you had some from previous years, what are they like a few years ago in comparison to what are they like now? You may also start thinking about some of the issues that your mom, your dad, your aunt, your uncle, your brother, your sister, your cousins, they may have had some medical problems as well. So keep that in the back of your mind. So once you've scanned all this information, you can start to get an idea of where you were in the past, where you are now, and where you might be going in the future. So the rewards can be great for taking that extra time to go through all these papers. If you don't understand some of the test results, you can always call your physician and ask them to explain that information to you. Even if it was from a couple of years ago, you can still tell them what you're doing, and perhaps the nurse practitioner or physician assistant can get back to you. Or perhaps you might have to make an appointment to go ask them some of these questions. This is your first step to help you figuring out what your wellness philosophy is. Remember, you are going to be a good gardener of your personal health, and it does take willpower and effort to do that. Per William Shakespeare.